Hey guys, welcome back. I have another book haul for you today. Now, I did promise that this would be coming soon after my birthday haul because I had things coming in the mail, and then I might have done a little bit of thrifting. Maybe is a better way to say it. I went out with Holly from Lovely Day with Holly and bought a few books. Yeah, it's a good thing that I buy most of my books, like not full price, because this could get expensive. But I want to start off with the books that I actually bought with some of my birthday money. So this is kind of like an extension of my birthday haul. And I got the Words of Radiance, which is the Stormlight Archive. I bought book 1, book 2. Oh wait, this is book 1. Book 1, book 2. And book 3. These guys are like massive. Jared has been reading. He's read 1 and 2, and he's reading book 3 right now. And like these are some big puppies. Book 4 is coming out later this year, I hear. And then after book 4 is out, then I plan on starting the series. But yeah, I got a lot of other books to read first, but I really wanted to own those. And the mass market paperback copies are so much cheaper than like the giant copies. As much as I like bigger books, I couldn't justify spending like way more money for the same thing, so I went with the small ones. Okay, and then my thrifting haul. I did get a couple middle grade books that I shared recently on my homeschool channel. I'm not going to share those again. The rest of these are all adult, or there's some YA books thrown in there. And yeah, it's kind of just a smattering. I kind of like have them all around me right here. So let me just show them to you. Oh dear. The first one. I don't know why I do this to myself. I bought the Pickwick Papers. Yeah, Dickens. I think my favorite Dickens book so far has been A Christmas Carol, and partly because it's so short. Dickens tends to write really long books because, at least for some of his books, he was paid per word. So like the longer the book is, the more he gets paid. I mean, it makes sense. But like his books are so wordy as a result. Thankfully, I am a skim reader, so I can kind of skim over some of his wordiness. But I do have a number of his books that I need to read yet still in my cart, so I don't know why I went and bought this big one. Other than I don't know if I've really ever seen this one in the thrift store before, so the girl can't pass up books. She's got a problem. Okay, then a totally different vein. Holly told me to pick these up because she read book 1, which is Incarceron, I think earlier this year, and then book 2 is called Seth V. I have no idea. I'm going to read a little bit about this one because I don't know anything. It says, it gives life, it deals death, it watches all. Finn cannot remember his childhood. He cannot remember his life before Incarceron, a prison that has been sealed for centuries where inmates live in cells, dilapidated, oh my goodness, cities, and unbound wilderness. No one has ever escaped, but then he finds a crystal key and a girl named Claudia. Yada yada yada. I don't want to read the rest, but I thought this one was like a Christian fiction, but it might not be because it doesn't say. Firebird Publishing, which is published by the Penguin Group, so I don't think so. Okay, cool. So that's book 1, book 2, and yeah, they're like in perfect condition. They don't even look like they've been read. And then I did get another duology, and it is This Present Darkness and Piercing the Darkness. Maybe it's not technically a duology, but they're in the same vein. These are Frank Peretti supernatural suspense books. I read them in high school and really liked them. I remember just helping it give me like a bit of a mental picture of how much good the like actual prayer does, like a little bit of a visual on the effects of prayer, the power of prayer. So I can't remember which one was first, but this one, I think, This Present Darkness. Yeah, I want to reread these really soon. Looking forward to these. Okay, next one. I think this one Holly made me buy. The Book of Dust. This one, she said she has been seeing all over BookTube. I haven't seen anyone reading it, so I don't know. It says, Malcolm is the kind of boy who notices everything and the things he sees troubles him deeply. Enforcement agents from the magisterium appear in his family's inn. The explorer, Lord Asriel, has a precious secret to hide. I don't know. I don't even know what, so like fantasy maybe genre? I don't know what I'm getting to, but I listen to Holly because I listen to my friends. At least I listen to her. It doesn't say, other than like, I think it's just YA. It doesn't actually say what it is. So, yeah. Put this one on the cart really soon. Next up. This one is called Safely Home. It is a novel by Randy Alcorn. Now, I read his The Treasure Principle. This is like this tiny little book last year and really enjoyed it. And I know that he has gone through some lawsuits, whatever, over the years, and he can't make any money from his books anymore. So I know all the money that he makes from his books, he just donates. And obviously when you buy it thrifted, it doesn't matter anyway. But it really makes me admire him as a person because he still continues to write books. And this one is a novel. So let's see here, what does it say? Is This the Day I Die? Oh man, a Chinese name. His father had taught him from childhood to ask this question every day. He told his young son, one day the answer will be yes, and on that day you must be ready. Oh, is this the day I die? That is an interesting question to ask yourself every day. Cool. I bought it just because of the author. I didn't read any of that stuff, so I'm looking forward to this one. I was planning on making a goal for myself when I was thrifting to read the first page of a book, because I feel like I've been burned before where like you start it and it's like, whoa, like stuff's coming right away, like swears and things I don't want to read about. And I did not really do that this time, so I didn't follow my own self-imposed rule, but hopefully for the future. But anyway, this one I'm looking forward to. I have no more places to put these books. Okay, sure, we'll go like that. Oh, okay. I probably should have been a nice friend and let Holly pick this one, but I saw it on the shelf, so I grabbed it. And it is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Now, I think I maybe own 3 of her books, but then none of them are in the same series. I own this one and A Darker Shade of Magic. Oh, maybe that's it. So two of her books, and neither of them are in the same series, and I haven't read the other one yet either. But I've heard really good things about her writing, so hopefully I can get this one soon, and if I don't like it, I can let Holly have it, or if I do like it, I'll let her borrow it. Sorry, Holly. Yeah, so it says, Victor and Eli started out as college roommates, brilliant, arrogant, lonely boys who recognized the same sharpness and ambition in each other. In their senior year, a shared research interest in adrenaline, near-death experiences, and seemingly supernatural events reveals an intriguing possibility that under the right conditions, someone could develop extraordinary abilities. But when their thesis moves from the academic to the experimental, things go horribly wrong. Oh, like I've seen this one floating around, but I had no idea what it was about. So, that one sounds cool. I'm like sitting on these books. Okay. Oh, this one was a cover pickup. It's called The Falconer, but I thought that was pretty. Honestly, after I picked this book up, I realized there was lots of books with like girls and swords, and I was always drawn to those books. One Girl's Nightmare is this girl's fairy tale. She's a stunner. It's Edinburgh, 1844. 18-year-old Lady Eliana, the only daughter of the Marquis of Douglas, has everything a girl could dream of: brains, charm, wealth, title, and drop-dead beauty. But she's a liar. She's a murderer, and she's a falconer. I have no idea. I have really, really low expectations, but I honestly just couldn't pass it up because of that cover. Okay, another kind of like cover buy, except I've read this one. This is Robinson Crusoe. I have just been collecting all of the classics in this edition. Yeah, so I found this one for $1. Oh, next up, this is a historical fiction, which I don't read a ton of, but The Huntress by Kate Quinn. She's the one that wrote The Alice Network, which I still haven't read either. But when a book is titled something like The Huntress, that has me intrigued. So, bold, reckless Nina grows up on the icy edge of the Soviet Russia, dreaming of flight and fearing nothing. When the tide of war sweeps over her homeland, she gambles everything to join the infamous Night Witches, an all-female night bomber regiment wreaking havoc on Hitler's Eastern Front. So, tough chick. Sounds interesting, but yeah, like I said, I haven't even read the Alice Network, so I don't know. I just totally bought this one off of the title and the tiny little bit I knew about it, or read about it. Okay, then I picked up Room, which I know the general plot of this book, and I think it's also a movie, but I don't like to watch movies very much, so I haven't read it. I haven't read the movie. Yep, that's how much I watch movies, because I know that you read them. So this is about a boy who grows up in a room. I think his mom is held captive, and yeah, I don't know much more than that, and I don't want to, but I really, 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 really want to get to this one soon. I told Holly when we were shopping, like, that I was looking for it, and I wanted to buy it, but I wanted to get it at a cheap place because some thrift stores have, like, you know, cheaper books than others, and this one is just one that's always at the thrift store, and yep, I found it. Okay, and then the last three are all part of a series. So this series, what is the actual series called? Well, I have The Weed That Strings the Hangman's Bag. Yeah, Speaking from Among the Bones, and A Red Herring Without Mustard. This is all from, the first book is called The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie, and it's kind of like a Sherlock spin-off. It's like an 11-year-old girl who is really into chemistry and sciences, I think, and solves mysteries. I read the first one a couple years ago and really enjoyed it, and I really like all things Sherlock and spin-offs of Sherlock. So I can't remember. I looked up the numbers. I don't think I got 2 or 3. I'm not sure how much the order matters, and it kind of bothers me that I got 1 soft cover and 2 hard covers, but you get what you get when you're thrifting. So yeah, I want to see if I can find book 2 and then add it to my TBR cart, and then hopefully start reading through these soon. Like I said, I like mysteries a lot. I like anything Sherlock. I like spin-offs. There is The Beekeeper's Apprentice was a really good spin-off, at least the first book. Yeah, so try this out. And then that was my haul. I do happen to know that there are a couple more books in the mail. I really feel so bad saying that. But I didn't pay anything for them, so there's that. So, you know, watch for another book haul coming up soon. I would love to hear if the thrift stores are open where you live, if you've been buying anything good from them, if there's any books on here that stuck out at you that you think I should read first. Yeah, just let's chat books in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching.